Hello, and welcome to this third lecture of prototype development, in which we are talking about determining CTQs. I am Arun Singhal, your management coach and mentor with 40 years of experience in people development. So, in this section, we have been aiming to give you a good understanding of the prototype development process, and in particularly in this lecture, we will talk about how can you determine CTQs. In the last lecture, we talked about what is the CTQ, and in this, we will give you some idea of how to determine the CTQs. Right. So, how do you think you can determine CTQs? Any ideas, any thoughts that you have? You know what a CTQ is, and so how can you go about determining CTQs? Okay. So, you determine CTQs by a very established process of what is called house of quality under the quality function deployment QFD, in which it's a step-by-step process, as you will see in the next slide. But at this point of time, let me suffice it to say that it's a step-by-step process in which you start with first understanding the detailed customer input requirements, comparative benchmarking of performance, business, regulatory, and manufacturing requirements, and you then translate these set of requirements. You prioritize these requirements, and you translate in set of prioritized product requirements that is ultimately used as an initial product brief for help you start produce designing your downstream systems like components, the process requirements, and ultimately run a manufacturing operation to produce this. Right. So these CTQs will be the product specifications. As you see, the QFD is a multi-step process. The first step of the process translate using the house of quality process the customer requirements that you have into what is called product characteristics or product specifications. And these are the first level CTQs that we talked about. And then these CTQs get go cascaded down into product design, and process control in a step-by-step process where the output of one step is the input for the next step, and from there you keep prioritizing and moving forward. So that's broadly the process, and we will take a look at more in the coming lectures in more details. So how do these product specifications look like? To give you some idea of what would the product specification look like from customer requirements. And here we will run through one example of a water purifier that is I've taken from one of the best books that I've found on developing prototypes and products. And that I will tell you at some point of time. And I will take that example run through continuously using the DFSS process, designed for Six Sigma process, in which we use the quality function deployment process, house of quality process to keep determining that. So what do these product specifications look like? So this is how the product specification will look like for a water purifier. So the drivers of if you start from the left, the broad categories of the customer requirement will be either in terms of a clean water, a fast and reliable water purifier, nice and strong water purifier, and with the ease of buying and using. And this all will come from the voice of the customer process. You will talk to customers in a either focus groups or in a structured questionnaire, and then you will figure out what kind of things that they need. And then these specific four areas of requirements will get more specified in terms of clean water being no bacteria, no virus, no metals, water being soft with no sediments and crystal clear in terms of transparency. Similarly, the fast and reliable will also get clarified further in terms of fast filling and reliable. You should be able to operate when you need it, and it should fill the water fast. Nice and strong would be specified by the customers as good looking and sturdy, right? If it kind of falls on its standing, if it falls on the left or right side or the back side, it should break into. Ease of buying would be specified in terms of value for money, ease of procurement, and easy to service. So this will be all through the voice of customer process by the research with the customers, either during the concept formulation stage or any other process that you can use subsequently also. The specification that these requirements get translated using the house of quality or quality deployment process would be further specifications of these in terms of specifying these customer requirements from customer language into the manufacturing language. For example, no bacteria or virus would, and you talk to people, they will say when the no bacteria would be a certain level of bacteria, and there we would say the log red value should be more than 6. No metals meaning would be translated into 2 parts per millions of metals being less than 50. Soft order being TDS being less than 50. Those sediments being TSS less than 50. So what you will do is you will take all these customer requirements to the technical people, and in their own language they will translate into these specification, which can then be used in the manufacturing process, first to design the product, then to design the process, and to make sure that you continue to deliver the product as per these product specifications. So this is what will the CTQ will look like. So you get an idea of what will the CTQ translate into as a product specification? Wonderful. So what do we do in the next module? So we will look at how do we translate these customer requirements, as we saw the third column into the fourth column. The customer requirements that are still in the name, in the customer voice, in terms of being no sediment, to how do we translate that into product specifications is what we will talk about in the next module. Thank you so much for watching this second part of the determining CTQs. I hope you continue to learn something new. So continue to enjoy, like it, and I look forward to seeing you again shortly in the next lecture.